Good evening and welcome to Virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway, the host of tonight's Steel Graphics and Design Summer Series final race, race number 9 here on Speed Racing Network. Your president, Jonathan Byer, with you this evening alongside my counterpart, Cody, to bring you the conclusion of what has been a great 2025 summer for us here at Speed Racing Network. And we're going to conclude the Steel Graphics and Designs series, our inaugural summer series here on SRN. Well, let's get right down to what the facts are before we dive into the race itself. On your screen now, you see where the points lie. You see Connor Cunningham has a 13-point lead on second place, Ben Park. Josh Fox, Michael Codwell, David Davis, Dan Park, as we have a three-way tie for fourth. They theoretically round out your top five. Why is that important? Well, the top 5 points finishers are the ones that end up getting paid when we get done with the season-long points tonight. So there's a little bit to fight for on that three-way tie. The cut line, of course, with 16 drivers in the field, will pay out the top 3 finishing positions as well. But this will be something we check up on over the course of the night because, yes, every position is a point, and that does matter, but also there's bonus points involved too for things like winning the pole, finishing the race with 0 incident points, and leading laps and such things like that. So lots of storylines to keep track of tonight as we conclude what has been a great summer of racing. Cody, I know you've been around for about half of it, but I think I'm pretty solid on saying the last couple weeks we've seen some of the best racing that we've seen here in a long time.
We sure have, and I mean, you can't miss any of it. And the fact that you got different winners and you see people come from the back to the front, this whole thing, this for half the time I've been here, has been really amazing.
Yeah, and I do credit the drivers for just figuring it out, right? They've started to give each other space. They've been respectful, and at the end of the day, that makes a big difference. That little bit extra space, and they've been at some tough tracks too, like Kern County and North Wilkesboro and things like that. So I've been very excited to see what's been done with the racing so far. So our grid is about to set. As soon as they do, we're going to pop up that grid for you on the screen to see who starts where. It looks like they're just now getting to that position. So here's a chance for you to look at where everybody is starting and right on, I guess, what we'd say the status quo for the season. Top 4 starting positions occupied by Park Brothers Racing, but Josh Fox is the pole sitter for him this week. So a different member of the Park Brothers Racing team will start on the pole. Dan Park rather will start second. Brother Ben in third. Andrew Harris fourth. Robert Richardson fifth. Jason Green sixth. Mateus Galeni in seventh. Sean Merriman, Papa Sean's, is back for a little action tonight. We saw him in the Truck Series last season. Will start eighth. Michael Codwell ninth. Connor Cunningham will start 10th. The rest of your starting order will go across your screen as they continue to get gridded up here. What is really nice about Charlotte, in my broadcaster's opinion, we're going to have some great camera angles to pull from all evening long, and we'll make sure to show you as many of those angles as possible. 17 cars officially is what's going to qualify and start tonight's event, so a great way to finish off a great summer season. We'll be talking about Season 8 all night tonight, so we're looking forward to being able to share a little bit of that information as it becomes available. So 2x2, they're going to line up. We got 80 laps here tonight, so that means that at or about lap 40, we'll have that halfway caution like we've had all season. Of course, there's kind of a 5-lap buffer there if something happens right before it, but that'll be a guaranteed stoppage in play for everybody to come down and get service, which should be well within the fuel windows of these vehicles. So green flag pit stops will not be a necessity, but you never know what these guys decide to do on strategy because they blow our minds every week. Pace car will dive away the safety of the pit lane. Josh Fox has the field in his hands, and we'll take the green flag here from Charlotte. 80 laps to conclude the season.
Great start.
Yeah, pretty orderly on the start there. in Charlotte in these ARCA cars, early on in the run specifically, lots of throttle time. So not necessarily super speedway level throttle time, but you're going to see these guys be packed up for a good majority of the very beginning of the event. A lot like what you would see in the mile and a half with the trucks.
Right, and then if that's also why some people are holding back because it's like a drafting track, so they don't want to get involved in accidents. I can see that.
Yeah, exactly. We're seeing them single file out already just a little bit here, and you can just see the different lines that are available to drivers. It's one of my favorite things about Charlotte. I was always one that I preferred to run the bottom because I just believe that helped me save a little bit more tire. But when it comes time to pass somebody, you got all kinds of different options.
Yeah, you got the middle and you got the high side and the bottom too. But I mean, you got a lot of options, like you were saying.
So
It's
far up
interesting.
front, Dan Park, he rockets to the front with teammate Andrew Harris, teammate Jason Green, teammate Ben Park, and now teammate Josh Fox. So we have a Park Brothers Racing top five little action going on, but not a surprise to any of us.
No, not at all. So right now, the championship is 13 points difference with Cunningham. So what would what do you think you might see later?
I would say realistically, we would need to see Connor finish in the top 10. That would be, I would say, pretty much a guarantee because even with bonus points, closing that 13-point gap would require a perfect race by the 17 of Ben Park, which, yes, he's running third, but you get those 5 bonus points for a win as well. So he'd have to at least do that. And I think as long as if that is the case and Connor still finishes in the top 10, that's going to be enough points. But I guess I've seen crazier things happen in these races, so you never know. But I think that would keep him safe. And Connor's the kind of driver where he's going to find himself up there, without a doubt.
It'll be an interesting finish when we get to it.
So far, pretty orderly start. I love this backstretch camera angle that's zoomed out, kind of almost like a drone, if you will. And you could just see the whole field just fighting for every square inch. And they get down to the corners, and you have the camera angle from the grass that just shows you almost like the camera angle from Daytona from the infield. Just the spread of where these guys have to operate. And they're doing a really good job. Really close racing throughout the field, but so far keeping it nice and clean.
Yes, clean is the best option, and I think they're just riding around for these laps just to get the hang of it, and they're not in a rush right now.
Yeah, we're seeing now Andrew Harris, just kind of keeping lockstep with teammate Dan Park out front. The battle is right now for fourth place rather. We see Robert Richardson, Jason Green doing a little bit of battle here on the backside of the top five. Jason Green won the last 2 weeks, and he won both those races, I would say, quite handily. Was kind of the class of the field at both those events, and those are tracks that he's really good at. So he took the Milwaukee colors, like he said, to the victory lane at Milwaukee last week, so that was fitting. Meanwhile, up front, battle's hot for the lead.
It's go time, apparently.
Yeah, I get 10 laps in. I got to go get some lead. Kind of settles
They're
down a
getting
little bit there. These ARCA cars, we compare them to the trucks a lot in certain aspects. Just horsepower is very similar, drivability is somewhat similar, but you still have to treat them like momentum vehicles too, like the trucks. That any of that break in momentum, I think you saw it there with the 87, just wasn't able to carry momentum off four and really help him down the front stretch, and then he ended up falling back in the clutches. Oh, speaking of
right.
that, big moment for Mr. Dan Park in the 7. What an incredible save off of turn 2. I thought that car was headed towards the inside wall.
Incredible save.
Definitely flashing those Steel Graphics Designs colors, our series namesake. And that is some of his work that you see there on the 7 car beautiful paint scheme. You know what else his work is on? The leader, the number 87 of Andrew Harris. That's a Steel Graphics and Design scheme as well. So far in this race, those two are doing a great job for our series sponsor namesake, giving them some TV time. You know, Andrew Harris is somebody too that I believe could have been well within this championship battle if it weren't for having to miss a race or two in this season. And that's tough sometimes in the summer series. There's a lot of stuff going on, but you know, if he gets another race win, he has another SRN win notch to his pedigree here at Speed Racing Network.
Yes, and he was when he was here, he was always near the front, great racer, and he's showing it right now by getting further ahead in this pack too.
Yeah, consistently wins, you know, at least a race or maybe two or more every SRN season. So definitely somebody we're accustomed to seeing battling up front. Right now the battle for second is on pretty heavy. That's Jason Green and Ben Park, Park Brothers Racing teammates. Does seem to sort itself out for just the moment. Let's go a little further back. We got good battling back here on the backside of the top 10. Michael Codwell, Sean Corcoran, Forrest Hamilton Jr. You see all right here, just behind him, you saw flash there for a second. That flame number 24, our points leader, Connor Cunningham, is just behind this grouping, working on the 4 of David Davis, trying to find a little way up front for him. And that's got to be a nerve-wracking time to be back in this hornet's nest as the championship leader with one race to go.
I cannot imagine what he's going through.
Sean Corcoran gets the wall a little bit there in 3 and 4, but keeps it pointed the right direction. And you see him right there, that blue and red, another Steel Graphics and Designs work of Connor Cunningham on the bottom here in that 24. Oh, he is holding his breath getting through here, but from starting in the back, you know, he's already up a couple spots here, and so far slotted into 11th, and he'll continue to move forward. Back up front, still Andrew Harris in control. And now you're seeing the field start to unpack a little bit, if you will. We're now going to start that trend at this point in the run where everything starts to string out a little bit. Some tire degradation starts to take place. And you'll see some comers and goers based on who's had the best ability to save a little bit of tire up until this point.
Right, because what I know about Charlotte, and if anyone doesn't, is this track will eat your tires up. So if you don't save your tires in the long run, you will get really loose, and it will not end well for you.
Exactly. Still a hornet's nest back here in front of Connor Cunningham, man. He is staying diligent to what he sees in front of him, riding on board with Michael Codwell here in the 21. You know, here just has to float that car into the corner. He's easy back on the gas. He's going to have a shot. Oh my gosh, we're almost 3 wide behind him. Connor's just trying to make his way through here carefully, because the last thing you want to do if you're the driver of the 24 is take yourself out of the race early, because then you lose a lot of points, and that's trouble. I mean, you could just sit in the corner here and watch this racing all day. Just fascinating stuff.
It is, and I love Charlotte just because of how it is.
Currently about halfway through this first run here. Like I said, we'll have that halfway caution at or about lap 40. Oh, the 78 gets the wall a little bit, and everybody kind of has to scurry out of the way, and they do so as orderly as they can. Connor will work on him now for the 11th spot and start working on the 4 of David Davis for a position in the top 10, and that's where we believe that the 24 needs to at least finish to bring home the championship title. in SRN. So it could be a very historic season for the 24 Connor Cunningham. Finally breaking through, getting in the winner's circle here, but then becoming an SRN champion in one season. That would be quite the storyline, and we will continue to follow it. Want to check in up front because things are heating up. Jason Green doing what we've seen Jason Green just continue to do late in the season. He's hunting now Andrew Harris for the lead.
He's doing a really good job at hunting him too. He's just biding his time right there. No one's helping him though with the draft, so he's not getting around yet.
Dan Park, who we saw kind of half spin almost a little bit earlier, fade back under the 6th, 7th spot. He's already worked himself back up to could be the 2nd position here if he can get by his teammate in the 55. We still have an all Park Brothers Racing top 5. And they've kind of separated into a little group up here because it's kind of gap back there to Michael Codwell.
And Michael Codwell's just kind of on his own too, so he has no drafting help
17
either.
gets the wall on corner exit and keeps it pointed the right direction. But he did get the wall pretty good there, so that'd be something to keep an eye on. Andrew Harris now is breathing a little bit easier with a little bit comfortable lead, and the top 5 have sorted things out for the time being, so we kind of go back to where the other's Hornet's Nest was, and things look a lot calmer and smoother now for the 24, who he's passed 3 cars since we last checked in on him.
He's on the move.
Yeah, I think he's just done a good job of just kind of buying time and saving a little bit of tire as he continues to run, and that's going to pay dividends for him if this continues to go green. And Cody, Charlotte's a track where I think it's just typical. You just see longer green flag runs here.
You do, and that's the best part about Charlotte is you just get the green flag runs and you have to save tires, and it's a strategy race. So
On board with Connor here. Trying to work that throttle. Get it underneath Forrest Hamilton Jr. in the 3. Dives it into turn 3 hard. And he's been the only guy I've seen. I don't think he's come up off the bottom at all. I think Connor stayed committed to the white and blue line, if you will, and I think it's paying dividends for him here down the stretch. Checking back in up front. It's still a Park Brothers Racing parade for the top 5. Not much pressure and movement here, but Dan Park is closing in on the lead just a little bit lap by lap.
yes, he keeps going underneath every corner, but he hasn't been able to make it work yet.
You see the lap time history here. You know, been consistently faster than the 87. So now they do battle. It's just hard when you don't have that momentum, and you know, yeah, the bottom's a comfortable line, but oh, Andrew Harris gets the wall off the corner, but he keeps it pointed the right way. I think this is ultimately going to help Dan Park clear himself to the lead here into turn 3. These walls on corner exit here at Charlotte, they'll sneak up on you. They kind of stick out with that safer barrier a little bit, and if you're already kind of pushing tight on corner exit, it doesn't take much.
It doesn't. You find it, like you were saying, very quick.
Oh, teammates leaning on each other a little bit. we saw the 17 into the door of the 87, and everybody kind of scrambles, but everybody is still facing the right way. Michael Codwell now is able to close in on this group, and there he is.
Also,
Connor Cunningham. He's caught this lead group, and he's putting down some lap times right now.
What you were saying earlier, he was saving tires. You can definitely tell he was.
Right now, he is the only driver that's in the 32nd bracket in the field. So he is cruising, and now you see him go, you know what? Run the bomb to save tires. I've got what I've got. I'll start passing these guys up here because they're not up here on the top.
He's impressive. I have to say that.
And I think, Cody, that's just a good way of doing it. Because if you try to pass on the bottom, you can do it as we go 3 wide into turn 3. Jason Green on the bottom. He backs out. you have to send it in there real hard. And if you can slide up in front of the guy that you're trying to pass, that's great. But if you don't, it can almost cost you more positions if you don't complete that pass. I mean, you see it in modern day NASCAR and the next gen car. It's almost a risk assessment every time you try to make a pass. And so, if you can get to somebody's right rear quarter and go around them on the outside, a little higher success rate in completing that in one shot. So, Connor's got up here to these faster cars, and I think he's just saying, you know what, I can just loop around these guys on the top and not have the risk of costing myself spots if I don't complete that pass on the bottom.
That was just watching him there come out of the corner. He's getting a really good exit on corner 4 there.
Yeah, impressively good exit for the bottom's concerned, especially.
Yes.
Connor is on his way. He might be to the lead before we get to this halfway break at the rate he's coming through the field. Dan Park, he's got the lead from Andrew Harris now by a quarter of a second. Ben Park in third, and there he is, the 24, Connor Cunningham, position number 4. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got something to say about the lead before we're done here in this first segment.
I think the top 3 are wondering where he came from.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, whoa. I mean, the 21 sideways on the backstretch, Jason Green. Oh, no, Connor Cunningham is well in some trouble. Points leader. Oh, we got a mess on the backstretch. Oh, no. Just as things were going so well, and that 24 is crab walking. That is not a good sign for the 24. We're going to have to unpack a couple different things here because a lot happened at once. This is the first incident you'll see coming off the corner here. Not a great look at it there. We'll have to go to a different camera angle. There's almost 2 wrecks that happen at the same time. See back here the 21. The 55 gets loose off the corner, cooks the 21 in the outside wall, and they kind of have an incident hard in the inside wall for Jason Green. I think that's just one of those kind of racing incidences that you'll see it right there. 55 gets the wall, gets loose, comes down, 21. They wreck. Oh, Josh Fox had a vicious hit. That's what we're going to look at now. Okay, so the other incident was up here near the 87, 17. Oh, 17 and 24 get together, and where was the 3 going?
That I keep watching that, and I still don't know why he didn't brake. He just drove right into it.
You'll see the 24 and the 17 get together. The 11 just spins it trying to get out of the way, and oh my gosh, the 3 just... I think the 24 and 17 would have been okay.
They would have been, but he...
Here's a look at it here. Oh, I think Ben just tries to move in a hole that wasn't there, and... The 24 just gets killed by the 3. That's teammate on teammate action, too, I do believe.
Wow.
See if we can take another look. Not missing too much right now because, well, everybody's on pit road from this incident. Here's a look at it. Yeah, Connor's a little bit off the wall there, but that's just an odd incident to me. And the 3 just kills him. I gotta say, I see the other incident as kind of just one of them deals. I am confused on this one.
On the fact that he had so much time to brake and just drove it right in there?
That, kind of the whole deal, kind of where we see this contact here between the 24 and 17. And then obviously the 3 part. Well. You see these guys sit on pit road. That 11 car is probably done. '17 will rejoin. Connor Cunningham, he has rejoined as well with, as you see, no rear bumper cover. And that car is not driving straight, as you can see. Struggling to hustle this thing around, it looks like.
Yeah, it's still crab walking. I don't think he's, that's unfortunate. Hopefully he's going back in the pits.
Forrest Hamilton Jr. is retired, and I understand that one. So 43 is sitting on pit road here though. See any damage? I don't know what's going on there with Sean Corcoran. Uh, the two of Dominic Lacinto, he was a couple laps down at the time of caution, so he was our free pass recipient. Michael Codwell remains on the pit lane from his damage. Connor's coming back down for more repairs. The field did get the one to go that time, but they decided to put another lap here on the pace car. And you're seeing a car lead right now that you haven't seen all year. And he's going to come down pit road here, but Sean Merriman's driving that 18, otherwise known as Papa Sean's for those that get the reference, as he drove a Papa John's look-alike car, or truck rather, in the last season at Speed Racing Network, Season 7. Good to see Sean back out here, and very good chance we'll see him in the upcoming Season 8. Quite a driver. So a lot of drivers coming back down pit road here, and I'm wondering if this is a play to make it to the end, because you theoretically can from here.
Yes, you can. I do believe they called it for halfway too, so that's why I think they're also pitting.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That could be the reason for the extended caution, and we were kind of right up against that 5-lap buffer zone we talked about. So that makes a lot of sense.
That's very unfortunate for Connor, and hopefully he can come back out and at least do something soon if the damage gets a bit better.
Yeah, that's just one of those unfortunate circumstances, and I think we're going to go back green this time. I don't see the lights on the pace car, but we still have drivers coming off pit road. So we'll let this cycle out, and then we'll kind of update you guys on what we're seeing. And we'll have to get to our little commercial break here a little bit later. We didn't get a chance because this is serving as the halfway, and we had some stuff to look at. So we will get to some messages from our partners here at SRN a little bit later, but we will go back green now on lap 37 as the pace car pulls back away. We'll get the race restarted here when the leader takes the line. 43 laps to go in the Summer Series here on Speed Racing Network. Due to all the drivers coming down pit road and being single file at the back of the field, it kind of leaves everybody, really stringed out. The 7 gets into the wall, has a little moment into 3. We are much separated compared to where we were at the initial start of the race. I do want to note Connor Cunningham still remains on the pit lane at this moment in position number 13 as he seeks further repairs to the number 24. Not giving up on this race yet. The only saving grace he has is the driver that was running him down, the 17. He was involved in that as well and currently sits in position number 11. So definitely not making up enough points to close that gap.
That was just a lot to unpack. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have playoff implications, 2 separate incidences, in what started as a really, really quiet race with just some fantastic racing. And I don't think we're done with the fantastic racing if you see what's going on right now in the top 4. But we'll keep an eye on what Connor does. Like I said, still remains on the pit lane as of right now. Michael Codwell does as well. And remember, he was kind of part of that mid-battle we were looking at. Josh Fox and Forrest Hamilton Jr., they're the only official retirees from that incident. Sean Corcoran, the 43, still remains on pit road too, but that was kind of more of a mystery to us because there was no damage that appeared on the 43 car. We'll try to get an update on some of those storylines when we get a chance.
I'm actually gonna go check out the Cochrane thing.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know if maybe there was an issue that we didn't see. Again, all the panels were on that vehicle, so Cody's gonna do some investigating there and see what we can do. Meanwhile, battle for the weeds heating back up between teammates once again. Dan Park, Andrew Harris just been exchanging the lead over and over again. Riding along with the 7 here. See the 87 at the corner. And the windshield right there. He'll retake the lead. First we've seen of Sean Woodside in the 45 in that solid white Toyota. He's getting position number 3 right now. It's a great run for Sean Woodside, who we've seen kind of flash some brilliance in the later half of the season since he's joined us. Car's still blank though, so sure you'd appreciate some sponsors. Anybody watching that wants to put a logo, a face, or a name on that 45, that might help his efforts on week to week. Because he always seems to find the broadcast with that blank white car, and he's looking quick right now, and I think he's going to have a little shot at something for the lead as they go back double wide. Also behind him, David Davis, Joe Ruggles Jr. have joined this top 6 battle up front. So some names we don't normally talk about at this stage in the race, kind of making a poise to see what they can do at the end. Making advantages out of the situation they've been dealt, considering the double incidents we had about 10 laps ago. Sean Woodside up to position number 2. Really impressed with that 45. You know, we didn't talk about him at all beginning part of this race. In any of the battles we highlighted, kind of slid under the radar, but has got that 45 car hooked up right now, and he's going to take a look probably at the lead here with the next couple laps with the pace he's been running. There's a slow car just in front of our leaders here. That is Ben Park in the 17. He will get down to the apron and let everybody go. Classy move by the driver of the 17. We'll pop the track map up for you as well. Those are the car numbers that you see up there. The 4 gets the wall a little bit on the exit of 4. But the battle's up front. 87 and 45. Andrew Harris, Sean Woodside. With 34 laps to go in our summer series here on Speed Racing Network. What an incredible season it's been so far, and I don't think we're done with the fireworks yet. Sean Woodside lays it on the right side of the 87. Ooh, and it gets real tight on quarter exit. Looks like the 45 has to lift. That's going to cost him another spot to the 7. Not sure he's going to like that much. Might even cost him another spot to the 78. But both of them avoid major incident there off a really tight exit off of turn 2. Back here, David Davis and Joe Ruggles going at it for 5th place. Great to see Joe up here this stage in the race making an effort. That number 96, that iconic red 96 we see every season around Speed Racing Network. Always good to see Joe have a really good run. Speaking of another good run, up 6 spots from where he started, SRN veteran Troy Techmeyer in the 32. Golden Corral machine. Back here with Sean Merriman, just inside the top 10. Back up front, Andrew Harris, Dan Park. They are 1-2 once again. Sean Woodside has regathered himself, got around the 78, and that sets your top 3. You'll see.
I've looked.
Okay, go ahead, Cody. What'd you find?
And he brushed the wall, but other than that, I haven't found anything else.
So maybe another incident for the 43 that could be hardware related or such. You know, like that fortunately that's things we don't really know. And so he remains on the pit lane getting service or fixing something. We'll see if we can maybe get some information from the source on what's going on there. But everybody up here has kind of reset themselves. Sean Woodside still trying to find a way to break up the Park Brothers Racing Parade up front. Had it for a second, even had a shot at the lead there for just a brief moment. But he's had to regather now, and he's going to try again. One thing we'll have to keep an eye on is we're guaranteed, I would say, to catch some some more slow traffic before the end of this race. You have the 17 still putting around off the pace. Of course, he's doing a good job staying out of the way. But you also have another couple vehicles. You have what appears to be the 2 and 55 that are kind of half track behind the leaders and losing a couple seconds a lap. They will probably be in front of the leaders close to the end of this race, so that's something to keep an eye on. You can track that in the track map in the top right corner. Sean Woodside trying to get back around the 7 for position number 2, because he wants another shot at Andrew Harris for the lead, maybe more of a fair shot than what he got last time. How about David Davis in the 4? Haven't talked about him much all season, but he's making his name known up here tonight in the top 5 and running strong.
He does really good, and I see him every week, but it's nice to see what you said as well, that he's in the top 5.
You saw it there on your screen. A little physicality between the 45 and 7. I don't know what the Park Brothers Racing guys have against Sean Woodside, but they've about used him up every time he's tried to pass one of them in this run. That has allowed Andrew Harris to kind of leg that lead out to about half a second. I'm the 78.
Behind him.
If I'm the 45, rather, I'd probably be getting a little angry at this point. I would have been raced with a 87 and 7, but everybody carries on.
Cooler heads prevailed.
Connor Cunningham has chimed in, by the way. He remains on pit road after that incident. Remember, he's our championship leader and had a little bit of a cushion coming in. He says he's going to get his car fixed up and get back out there to scrounge every position he can. Don't know if he'll be able to gain much right now, but if there's another incident, that's another spot he might be able to get. So he's not done yet. He's staying in it, but he remains on the pit lane at this time.
And the 17 hasn't really moved any positions up either, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what happens.
He got considerable damage too, because not only did the 3 kill the back of the 24, he got into the 17 as well in that exchange, and we saw the 17 was well off the pace last time the leaders went by, and the 17 has now returned to the pit lane, and so keep an eye on that too. Because remember, not just the championship lead is what we're looking at. We'll pop it up here for you. Remember, the top 5 points finishers get some money at the end of this, and you have the 11 in third who, well, he's done. He killed the inside wall. But then Michael Codwell and David Davis and Dan Park are all tied for 4th. So 2 of those guys are going to get paid and one's not. So every position does end up meaning a little bit of something. And for Dan Park, the best thing he can say right now is he's giving himself the best chance at the most money out of that group of 3 because he's got a chance to the lead here.
Very impressive tonight.
I mean, how many times have we seen the 87-7 up here battling this year? You know, you're not watching an old broadcast. This is this week, but just guys that consistently find a little bit when they need it. So we're gonna take this chance while we have a chance right now with everything kind of strung the way it is to hear from a couple of our partners here that we didn't get a chance to at the halfway break. We'll be right back with you here in just a moment. Back with you here from virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. Up front, nothing's changed. Still the 87-7 doing a little bit of battle up here. Just to catch you up on what has been happening and storylines that pertain to tonight specifically. Connor Cunningham, your championship's leader, he got involved in an incident there, remains on the pit lane, but we think is still okay in points right now in position number 13. The guy who was chasing him, Ben Park, also involved in that incident, is in position number 12. Really tight moment for the leader getting there into 3 if you saw it. We've had Forrest Hamilton, Sean Corcoran, Josh Fox all have issues. And those are all guys that are battling for some money here tonight. So it's opened the door for other guys to kind of have a chance to show out. And speaking of that, we got a car sideways in the wall. That's David Davis.
He got into the lap car. The lap car got into him.
Lap car got in him. No caution because we were able to keep it the right direction. But that 4 car's hurt. Man, I was just about to talk to him. Just about to highlight the great run he was having this evening. And, well, we saw the tail end of that. But we'll come back here and take a look. See the lap car? That's the 2. That black car you see on the right side of your screen. Just a really awkward situation getting into turn 1. I don't really think there's anywhere the 2 could have gone. But he was so far off the pace that I would think the 4 just closed on him faster than he initially thought he would have.
He was disqualified, if that helps, the number 2.
Yeah, probably that's an admin decision right there to just stop further issues, especially if we have a championship battle going on the racetrack. So Jim, our race director, does an incredible job monitoring what's going on the racetrack, and he's always paying attention. So he made sure that we don't have any further issues with that. But David Davis still making circuits out here, but he's going to be off the pace. Update. The 24 is making circuits once again. Yes, he is 28 laps in arrears, but he is back out here with 15 laps to go, and there is still light at the end of the championship tunnel for Connor Cunningham. Back up front, this battle has not really simmered down since we've gotten restarted, and it has been an entertaining one between teammates.
They're racing really clean right now, but they're giving each other room as well.
And for all those people out there that are like, well, yeah, they're teammates, we should be seeing respectful, clean racing. Well, historically over the course of this season, that hasn't always been the case. We've seen a lot of friendly fire between race teams, so you never know. But yes, Cody, they're doing a great job right now, just giving us a great action. Speaking of teammate, you see the 55 of Jason Green, the winner of the last 2 weeks. He's just in front of these guys with no front bumper currently. He was involved in one of those 2 incidents that happened at the same time that involved championship leader Connor Cunningham and second place championship runner Benjamin Park. Ben Park, by the way, still remains on the pit lane. Well, we're closing in on the end of the summer series, and I want to take this chance that we have here to thank Steel Graphics and Designs. You've seen their logo and top of the ticker all season long. They've served as the title sponsor for our summer series for the first time. They've been painting vehicles like what you see with our front runners right now. The 87 and 7 are both Steel Graphics and Designs paint schemes. So you've been seeing them for multiple seasons here, some of the work, but finally got them involved in the operations here at Speed Racing Network. And there's a really good look at the 7. And we'd like to thank them for their support. You can get some of their work done for yourself. They have a Discord server. You can search them up on social media. Any iRacing vehicle you can think of, they can paint it. So they'll get you taken care of. Steel Graphics and Designs. You see the logo up there in the top left corner. Not announced yet, but there's a likely chance that you'll see that logo some more next season. Haven't officially got all that sorted out yet, but there's a good chance that might be happening. Should be incredible because there's no better advertising than what he's seen on the screen right now. His 2 painted cars in his series battling each other for the lead on the last race of the season.
It'd be nice to see him come back.
Yeah, and you know, if you if you want to achieve the same thing, we love here at Speed Racing Network being able to help your business grow with our business, and we do everything we can to make that happen. Whether it's the broadcast, whether it's the teams, whether it's our social media, anything we can do, merchandise. We want to help you grow your business if you want to partner with us, and so we're always seeking further partnerships. So you can reach out to us at speedracingnetwork.com or info@speedracingnetwork.com to get more information on that. David Davis, who we saw in that incident, he has decided he's going to come down the pit lane here. He was falling really hard off the pace, so he's going to go ahead and come down the pit road here and get some service. The lead has separated up a little bit since we checked in, but for some reason I don't think that's necessarily over yet.
It's not. I think he hit the apron as well, number 7, and that's what slowed them down.
While we have the chance, we'll also highlight a couple of our other partners. Admin Box, who you've seen in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen all season long. It's their goal is to make race control as easy as possible. Even I can do it. Each admin box you plug in USB, everything's pre-programmed. You don't have to do any key binding, coding, or anything like that. It's got LED backlighting that makes it visible anytime. All of our admins here use them. We buy them for them. So if you're looking at anything race control related to make it a little bit easier on yourself with one-touch buttons, Admin Box is the place for you. You can use code SRN-BOX, that's BOXX, to save 10% on your order. You saw a message during the little commercial break from ThermoPro. They produce the best wireless meat thermometers and hygrometers for household use. I have an instant read thermometer myself from them. It's excellent for summer barbecue season. You can use code ThermoProTeam to save 15% on your ThermoPro order. They have a ton of different products to choose from. Then you also saw a message from Premier Racing Setups. They're the longest running setup shop on iRacing. They have over 50,000 customers worldwide and help you get the tools you need to compete with whatever level you want to take your sim racing career. You can use code SpeedNetwork15 to save 15% on your order. We'll have a couple of social media posts about some of their upcoming stuff put out as well, so stay tuned to that. If you want to link to any of these companies we've discussed, their products and our promo codes, you can go to speedracingnetwork.com/partners and look at all that stuff for yourself. And then if you'd like to be listed on there, of course, we'd love to have you. So 4 laps to go here. Andrew Harris still occupies the lead. Looking at the lap times here, the 7's been a little quicker, but I don't think really that quick enough to be able to close that gap. But if the 87 makes a mistake, he's right there. Last time by 17 lost a little bit of ground.
Andrew Harris is just pulling away. He's just done a really good job so far.
Finally, we'd also like to highlight Zozo's Miniatures. You've seen their logo in the bottom right-hand corner of the second half of the season. You also see that they sponsor our qualifying segment here at Speed Racing Network. That's an Etsy store that you can go check out. Promo code iRacing will save you 20% off that store. They bring miniature items to the house. Oh, speaking of that, we the 7. Sorry, I got distracted there. I saw the 7 get wide off too. He made hard contact with the outside wall, and as we come back to the white flag, I think that's going to wrap it up. Unless anything crazy happens, this is Andrew Harris's race to lose, so coming around to grab the white flag. This is the final lap of the Steel Graphics and Design Summer Series here at Speed Racing Network. We'd like to thank you for joining us for all 9 races, 10 if you include some of the preseason action that we had. It's been a Park Brothers Racing showcase for a majority of the season. Andrew Harris is going to cap that off with a dominant performance of the second half of this event. Coming out of turn 4, the 87 of Andrew Harris. He's going to take the victory here at Charlotte, followed by teammate Dan Park. And another Park Brothers Racing showcase tonight. Connor Cunningham officially will come home in position number 13. we will get these points. A little fun after the checkered there between the 45 and 87. I think that might have a little bit to do with how they were racing each other prior to that. 10 drivers have crossed the checkered flag to this point already. And we're going to take this time to watch Andrew Harris burn it down. While we do, we're going to step away. We're going to get some points taken care of. We'll be right back with you. Back with you here from virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. We have points. All right, we'll talk to our winner here in a moment. You see the Park Brothers team having a blast out here. Well, here they are. Connor Cunningham still gets it done. 12 points. He will take home the championship for the Steel Graphics and Design Summer Series. Ben Park will bring home second place. Daniel Park third. Joshua Fox fourth. David Davis, after a good run tonight, will take the fifth spot in the final cashing position. You'll see the rest of the top 10 there listed below that. I think it's impressive, even with a missed race, Andrew Harris gets all the way up to 8th in points, and he was tonight's winner. So we have a few people to talk to. They're all going to get in the waiting room here, and we'll just rip through them and see who all wants to talk. So first, let's talk to Mr. Champion. Joining us now in the booth, champion of the Steel Graphics and Design Summer Series, officially now, Mr. Connor Cunningham. Connor, how was your night?
Up and down. Very much down.
Congratulations.
I can understand that from what we watched.
Thank you. Just a roller coaster of emotions. I was riding in the back just doing my thing. Then everybody started to get plowing tight and die on the corners. While I was just doing my thing, just doing my usual, just saving tires on the bottom lane. Then just, I don't know what happened, why my teammate tried to kill me. And then my other teammate didn't hit the brakes and kill me too.
Yeah, we were saying that there was some teammate on teammate friendly fire right there.
After the wreck, when I went in the pit road, I yelled at him and told him all we had to do was not mess up. And guess what happened?
Hey, to be fair, you weren't in the wrong there. I think we could say that was the truth.
No, I did nothing wrong.
But I mean, what's nice is you knew coming into the race you had that 13-point cushion, and that was going to kind of create a buffer for if anything crazy happened. you were probably ultimately to be okay. And that credits to the consistency you've had running all year, and even that win, because that's 5 bonus points that carried with that win that you had there. So, talk to us a little bit about the season as a whole. Now that you can reflect on not only making it to this winner's circle in SRN, but becoming an SRN championship in the same season, and what you look forward to as we go into season 8.
I thought the season went pretty well. Oh, for me, because I was mostly trying to figure out this car as we go on, and I'm not good at short tracks. I'll be real. I just got unlucky and figured something out at Rockingham. At Daytona, I'm decent at plate tracks. Mostly on the short track side of things, I wasn't that very good. I was just lucky to get good spots. I had to be consistent and try not to mess myself up, which I did most of the time. But I was just one of the lucky ones that didn't mess up as bad as the season went on.
Hey, sometimes
So,
that's what it takes.
yeah. Survival of the fittest is
There you
the
go.
name of the game.
That's it. All right, man. Well, we're going to let you celebrate with your team. Before we let you go, who do you have to thank for your championship effort this season?
Oh boy, still. Oh, oh god, I made a note for my for my sponsor, Steel Graphics and Designs, for making this scheme right off the rip. We were trying to get the other scheme ready in time, but things happened, couldn't get it done. That's why I was literally had 2 minutes of racing in qualifying, and that was about all the practice I had. Advantage for staying on my car for most of the time, and in trucks. Appreciate it. Park Bros Racing for yeah, one of those loose. But thanks for keeping with me. Bolify for being the main sponsor for this season. And y'all for broadcasting this very chaotic race. Let's be real.
Hey, I'd
Everything
rather it
went
be
so well,
chaotic.
and
I'd rather have storylines, you know.
yeah, that was one heck of a storyline. Let me tell you.
Well,
It was
man,
entertaining.
we appreciate it. Cody, you have anything to add for our champion before we let him go?
Connor, I came in halfway through the season, but when I watched the streams before, like I came in, I noticed your car, and I noticed you, and I had told Jonathan when I first came in here, I was like, "You're the only one I knew." So congratulations on the championship, and hopefully you do well the next season.
Well, thank you. I mean, we're going to Xfinity car, so who knows what's going to happen? I probably won't win the dang thing. I'll be real. I'll probably, like last other seasons, I got eliminated from the round 4,
Something like that. Yep.
somewhere around there. I always get close and then get, you know,
Hey,
I get
well, you
eliminated.
know what?
But,
Like you said, sometimes all you gotta do is survive, and maybe that's the best plan of action for season 8 with the Xfinity car.
I hope so.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you go celebrate. Congratulations on becoming an SRN champion tonight, and we'll see you pretty soon. Season 8 kicks off in just about a month.
Yay!
Driver the number 24, Connor Cunningham. Always a good interview. So much passion behind what he does. Well, the next guy up, we'll go ahead and talk to race winner tonight, driver the number 87, Andrew Harris. Andrew, I know you weren't necessarily the main storyline of the night, but man, you put on quite a show there. To cap this thing off, talk to us about your evening.
Yeah, absolutely. First thing first, congratulations to Connor. He deserved this. Ran a hell of a season. Even though he had some bad luck here tonight, it just shows you that if you put in the work during the season, you pull it off. But as far as me go to this race, at this full race, yeah, it was kind of funny that I won the first race that I ran in this series, and then I won the last one. So kind of capped off the season. Wish I could have made it last race, but I went to a Creed and Daughtry concert, so I blame Creed and Daughtry for me not running for this championship.
Hey, that's valid. Hey, that's a fair trade-off, though. Maybe I think.
I don't know. It was good. It was good, but I do wish that I was running for a championship. So maybe when the actual SRN season comes around, we'll have some good luck in that.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Season 8, we're gonna kick off in about a month's time. We know we're running the Xfinity car. It'll be kind of a shorter season than what we're used to, but longer than this with 12 races. What's your outlook on season 8? What are you looking forward to most?
I was looking forward to the trucks, and we're doing Xfinity. I was looking forward to a long season, and we're doing a short one. Now, I'm excited to run the Xfinity cars. I've never actually ran a season of Xfinity cars, much like I've never run the season of the ARCA cars. So I'm excited for the challenge. I know they run way different than the trucks ever do, and I think it'll be challenging for me. Try to save tire and stuff in those cars. So I think I'm going to get outclassed in the field, but hopefully learn some things.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun to have a little bit of variety. I think the current plan is we're going to do a fall season, a spring season, and alternated Xfinity trucks, just to kind of give everybody a season of it. The spring season with the trucks will, because of the way the calendar is, be a little bit longer, of course. But I think it's going to be exciting to kind of see too how this fun summer we've had, bringing in a bunch of new drivers, and just some of the great racing we had this summer, how it translates over to season 8 is something I'm really looking forward to see how that carries out. But before we let you go, who do you have to thank for your efforts this season and tonight? And then obviously, of course, you probably have to brag on your team a little bit because you guys were pretty dominant the entire season.
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, got to thank you guys for putting this on. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. And Park Brothers for bringing me on, as always, to do this. And just an incredible team like you touched base on. Not to brag on our team or anything, but we're pretty good. Michael Steele doing these paint schemes every week, put an amazing scheme together for me this season, and I love it. My wife for letting me do this.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you go celebrate your win and go congratulate Connor on his championship, and we'll be seeing you pretty soon when season 8 comes around.
All right, man.
Driver the number 87, Andrew Harris, tonight's race winner. And he was right. I didn't even think about that, Cody, but he bookended the season. He won Daytona, the first race, and he won the last race.
It was impressive that he did that. He did really good tonight. There's not much more I can say.
No, I mean when it's Andrew Harris, that's all you kind of need to say. All right. Well, we have another guy to talk to, and he was kind of involved in this whole situation as well. Finished second tonight, driver the number 7, the namesake of the team that pretty much dominated the season, brings the race win and the championship home tonight, Mr. Dan Park. Dan, good evening. Talk to us about your evening and help us from a team owner's standpoint recap the season for your team.
Well, as a team owner, the season was phenomenal for our team. I'm pretty sure we won every single race as a team.
Let me confirm.
So-
I believe you're correct. Gotta go to the schedule. Let's see. Yes, your team won every race.
So as a team owner, it's phenomenal for us. As a driver myself, I'm upset I didn't get one of those wins, but I definitely gave it all I had there.
Talk to us a little bit about what's going through your head when you see Connor get involved in an incident in another important moment in a race for him, in a season for him. And I mean, we all know we had that 13-point cushion, but obviously probably the first thing through your mind is, oh no.
Well, my first part was I asked in the chat, I was like, who's all involved? And when Ben said he was involved and Josh Fox was involved, I was like, well, Connor, congratulations on your championship. Because all three of the guys battling were out of it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, congrats, Connor. Now I'm going to try to go out here and win this race so I can try to get third or fourth in points.
What else did you need to get to Andrew Harris there at the end? We saw, I mean, you had a good shot at him a couple times, but then I think ultimately some contact coming off turn 2 to the outside wall kind of hurt you. But what else did you need to get to the 87?
Well, the lap car that we caught on the front stretch hurt, or on the trial hurt a lot. And then me getting wheel damage from hitting the wall is basically what ruined it for me.
Well,
but I still tried.
Season 8's coming up. I'm excited about what we're gonna see because we've had such a good summer with new drivers coming in, some great racing, and we've had a lot of buzz around the next season. Like this is the first time I can remember that halfway through a current season, guys are asking about the next season. What do you have to look forward to for season 8, and kind of as a team, what are you guys expecting to do?
Well, like for me, I'm looking forward to it because I enjoy the Xfinity cars, and we have a lot of great drivers. Well, I don't know if you've announced it, but as a Park Bros Racing team, we are splitting it in half because we have 10 total drivers.
That's right. I've not announced it yet, but
So,
you can.
so we have 10 drivers that are wanting to be a part of our team. So we're splitting it. Ben's taking half, and I'm taking half. So
And it's I'm sure both teams are going to be a force to be reckoned with if this summer's any indication of what's to come as we approach the
both
season.
teams are going to have some phenomenal drivers. I will announce one returning driver. I'm glad to see Greyhounds coming back to us.
Man, what a great
and Max Service. So both of them coming back are phenomenal.
and Max is an SRN veteran, if you will. I mean, it feels kind of odd to say, but it's true. He spent quite a little bit of time with us, and we saw him win some
Especially
stuff.
in these Xfinity cars.
Oh yeah, but I don't know if you caught on to the chat, but there's another driver returning for next season. Mr. James Shanewolf is coming back to race with us, and what excites me about that is he is a driver who, I guess is the best way to say it, he sets the tone, right? He kind of goes about his business in a real nice way, a real professional way, and last year at the end of the year, really spoke into the league, some good stuff, and so I give him a lot of credit for that. But it was funny in the chat. He said Steel Graphics and Designs wouldn't be the only thing returning for next season. So I'm pretty sure I'm gathering that's being hinted at right there.
That's pretty cool to see. I'm just glad we're going to have a big. It looks like we're going to have a good sized field for the Xfinity Series.
Oh yeah, and that's as a league owner and a broadcasting guy, that makes me happy because it means that we're gonna have a good show. Who do you have to thank for your efforts this season? And then we're gonna bring your brother in here and talk Park Brothers for a few minutes, but we'll give you the floor to thank your personal support system before we do that.
Well, for one, I gotta thank Michael Steele, Steel Graphics and Design. He paints up all of the cars I run. So that black and gold car I ran most of the season is phenomenal by him, and he is the main sponsor that I run. That and I'm pretty sure Bullify is the other one that I run. And then I gotta thank the Park Bros Racing team for all being out here having a good time.
Yeah, man, it's been incredible. And speaking of Park Brothers Racing, now we have both Brothers Park, if you will, in here together. And gentlemen, this summer series is something new that we tried this year, and I think it was a great success. We had a blast, brought in a lot of new drivers, had some good racing. But now that we figured out that Park Brothers Racing won every race this season, speak to us a little bit about how that makes you guys feel about your operation.
I'll let you speak on that one, Ben. He's already asked me that one.
Well, I mean, I like to think that we have the best group of drivers. They're all of us are awesome.
I would agree.
And the Xfinity series is going to be hopefully more of the same. I think we put together we got two really strong teams for the Xfinity series.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to how this translate to the Xfinity car and getting some built up excitement about that. Obviously, Dan mentioned that 10 drivers splitting into two. It's gonna be exciting. We've talked about a few returning drivers already, but it's very impressive that a entire team wins every race of the season at any given season. So. We give you guys a lot of credit for that, so congratulations on that. But as you guys know, and I guess maybe some of our viewers might as well, that when we have our regular SRN season, there's a team championship portion that's built into the season. Extra prize money, bragging rights, if you will. And so if this is any indication of the battle that's going to roll over into Season 8, we're going to have an absolute thriller. So I guess that's a wrap on the summer season. So it was capped off by a great run by Andrew Harris, a championship winning effort by Mr. Connor Cunningham, and a Park Brothers Racing sheer domination. So on behalf of myself, Jonathan Byer, the Speed Racing Network president, Cody, my counterpart, we'll see you guys back next season for Season 8, which will start in about a month's time. Registration opening in just under a week's time. You can go to speedracingnetwork.com to find all that information, as well as follow the Speed Racing Network social media channels for updates and registration details. Good night.